A small upper bedroom in the home of Reverend Samuel Parris, Salem, Massachusetts, in the spring of the year 1692. There is a narrow window at the left. Through its leaded panes, the morning sunlight streams. A candle still burns near the bed, which is at the right. A chest, a chair, and a small table are the other furnishings. At the back, a door opens on the landing of the stairway to the ground floor. The room gives off an air of clean spareness. The roof rafters are exposed, and the wood colors are raw and unmellowed. As the curtain rises, Reverend Parris is discovered kneeling beside the bed, evidently in prayer. His daughter, Betty Parris, aged 10, is laying on the bed, inert. Reverend Parris is praying now, and though we cannot hear his words, a sense of his confusion hangs about him. He mumbles, then seems about to weep. Then he weeps, then prays again. But his daughter does not stir on the bed. The door opens, and his Negro slave enters. Tituba is in her 40s. Parris brought her with him from Barbados, where he spent some time as a merchant before entering the ministry. She enters as one does who can no longer bear to be barred from the sight of her beloved. But she is also very frightened, because her slave sense has warned her that, as always, trouble in this house eventually lands on her back. My Betty be hardy soon. Out of here! My Betty not gonna die. Out of my sight! Out of my... Oh my God. God help me. Betty, child, dear child, will you wake? Will you open up your eyes? Betty, little one. Uncle, Susanna Walcott's here, from Dr. Griggs. Oh, let her come. Let her come. Come in, Susanna. What does the doctor say, child? He bid me come and tell you, sir, that he can't discover no medicine for it in his books. Then he must search on. Aye, sir, he have been searching his books since he left you, sir, but he bid me tell you that you might look to unnatural things for the cause of it. No, there be no unnatural cause here. Tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to medicine and put out all thought of unnatural causes here. There be none. Aye, sir, he bid me tell you. Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna. Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes. Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think you'd best go down and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people, sir. I'll sit with her. And what shall I say to them? That my daughter and my niece I discovered dancing like heathen in the forest? Uncle, we did dance, but let you tell them that I confessed it. And I'll be whipped if I must be. But they're speaking of witchcraft. Betty's not witched. Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not opened with me. What did you do with her in the forest? We did dance, Uncle. And when you leaped out of the bush so suddenly, Betty was frightened and then she fainted. And that's the whole of it. Child, sit you down. I would never hurt Betty. I love her dearly. Now look, you child, your punishment will come in its time. But if you trafficked with spirits in the forest, I must know it now, for surely my enemies will, and they will ruin me with it. But we never conjured spirits. Why can she not move herself since midnight? This child is desperate. It must come out. My enemies will bring it out. Let me know what you've done there. Abigail, do you understand that I have many enemies? I have heard it, Uncle. There's a faction that is sworn to drive me from my pulpit. Do you understand that? I think so, sir.
Now then, in the midst of such disruption, my own household is discovered to be in the very center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done in the forest.
It were sport, Uncle.
You call this sport? Abigail, if you know something that may help the doctor, for God's sake, please tell it to me. I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire when I came to you. Why was she doing that? And I heard a screeching and gibberish coming from her mouth. She was swaying like a dumb beast over that fire.
She always sings her Barbados songs, and we dance.
I cannot blink what I saw, Abigail, for my enemies will not blink it. I saw a dress lying on the grass.
A dress?
A dress, and I thought I saw someone naked running through the trees.
No one was naked. You mistake yourself, Uncle.
I saw it! Now tell me true, Abigail. And I pray you feel the weight of truth upon you, for now my ministry is at stake. My ministry and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abomination you have done, give me all of it now, for I dare not be taken unaware when I go before them down there.
There is nothing more. I swear it, Uncle.
Abigail, I have fought here 3 long years to bend some of these stiff-necked people to me. And now, just when some good respect is rising for me in the parish, you compromise my very character. I have given you a home, child. I have put clothes on your back. Now give me an upright answer. Your name in the town, is it entirely white, is it not?
Why, I'm sure it is, sir. There be no blush about my name.
Abigail, is there any other cause than you have told me for your being discharged from Goody Proctor's service? I have heard it said, and I tell you as I heard it, that she comes so rarely to the church this year, for she will not sit so close to something soiled. What signified that remark?
She hates me, Uncle, she must, for I would not be her slave. It's a bitter woman, a lying, cold, sniveling woman, and I will not work for such a woman.
She may be, and yet it has troubled me that you are now 7 months out her house, and in all this time no other family has called you for their service.
They want slaves, not such as I. Let them send to Barbados for that. I will not black my face for any of them. Do you begrudge my bed, Uncle?
No.
My name is good in the village. I will not have it said my name is soiled. Goody Proctor is a gossiping liar.
No, I cannot have anyone right. Oh, why, Goody Putnam, come in.
It is a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, Goody Putnam, it is.
How high did she fly? How high?
No, she never flew.
Why, it's sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her going over Ingersoll's barn and come down light as a bird, he says.
Now look you, Goody Putnam, she never. Why, oh, good morning, Mr. Putnam. It is a providence the thing is out now. It is a providence. What's out, sir, what? Why, her eyes is closed. Look you, Anne.
Why, that's strange. Ours is open.
Oh, your Ruth is sick?
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know. It's death driven into them, bucked and hoofed.
Oh, pray not. Why, how does Ruth ail?
She ails as she must.
She never walked this morning, but her eyes open and she walks, and hears not, sees not, cannot eat. Her soul is taken, surely.
They say you've sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly?
A precaution only. He has much experience with all demonic arts, and I...
He has indeed, and found a witch in Beverly last year, let you remember.
Now, Goody Ann, they only thought there were a witch, and I am certain there will be no element of witchcraft here.
No witchcraft! Now look you, Mr. Parris!
Thomas, I pray you, leap not to witchcraft. I know that you least of all, Thomas, would ever wish such a disastrous charge laid upon me. We cannot leap to witchcraft. They will howl me out of Salem for such corruption in my house.